The CEO is about to take his own swimming lessons. This swimming lesson is done purposely to keep the body blood flowing. The reason why I have a pool in my house is not for luxury, it's for the CEO to keep fit. Remember, when you are wealthy and you don't take care of yourself, you die. The first principle of making your blood to flow, not taking all this tablet. You swim, you make your blood to circulate. So I want viewers out there to follow me to my swimming pool, my expensive swimming pool, once I'm going to dive into the pool. This is the CEO, and I'm about to swim. I take it upon myself to This is called a back pedal. We swim. The pool is nice. Viewers out there, I'm not expecting people to have swimming pool, but when you have swimming pool in your house, you need to swim. You need to keep your blood flowing. Before you look at your money, you watch your money, and it will kill you. You swim. Take healthy food, stay away from junk food, and then your blood will circulate. You stay away from fatty foods. All this cholesterol and high blood pressure will be down when you have them. Swimming is a good lesson. Let the CEO go back into the pool again and watch how you swim. Now we're going out there. I'm going to talk to you about savings and investment. Now, you now get to understand that becoming wealthy has got three variables equation: savings, investment, and wealthiness. Now check me out in my studio as I explain it. Welcome viewers and listeners. The CEO of Foritech Online Television is back again. And I know people out there is missing my face and they want to know why I was not around in the system for a very long time. I know my station has been quiet for some time because we are putting up a new project, a mega project, because as I promised you, the New Year resolution, we opening up more businesses for people to have better life. Because our station provides not only the news, but for people to get the financial security. So this time, I'm here alone to talk about the difference between investment and saving. And I know that this is a very, very broad topic. And with my own small ideology, I'm going to give you what it means. Now, when we talk of investment and savings, I'm going to relate it to my personal life, because here we don't talk about what is written on Google. We talk about what has benefited me and made me successful. When I say successful, not that I'm rich, but I can take care of myself because I've got financial security. Now, investment and savings are financial securities that one must have in order for the person to pursue life and live a better life for the kids and the family when he or she passes on. So here we are going to talk about the major difference between investment and savings. Now, let me first read about one of my popular definition that says savings money means storing it safe so that it is available for ones to use it when a person needs it. Now, basically, it means that when you're saving money, it talks about you putting some part of your income or the money that you have somewhere so that in the later stages, when you need money, you use it. Now, investment is when you're taking risk of your money, putting it in businesses which you are not sure. It could be business that somebody have just told you. And in this case, what comes out of investment is that you have a higher dividend and you get more money. But what is the difference? The difference is that savings does not have too much risk, because remember, you either save in a bank or these small savings companies. But with investment, you are not saving it in a bank. You can even save it in a bank, but at the same time, they are using your money to take risk. the form of stock exchange and stuff like that. So in this case, as a CEO, what I normally pursue is that you practice both. Now, why do I say you practice both? Let's say in business, you're not an entrepreneur. Entrepreneur means you work for yourself. You create your own business. You make your own money. Let's say you're working for a company or a government. Let me just put it that way. And then you decide to start doing investment. The first thing you do is to save. Now, why am I saying so? You cannot take, let's say your salary, I'm going to talk it in rent because we are in South Africa. But people out there, you can convert it in dollars or cedis, or those who are watching me, because I've got viewers all over the world. Let's say you take 1 rand, $1, 1 cedi, 1 naira. Now, when you take the 1 naira, you can't just go and put it in investment because you don't know how your turnover is going to be like. But let's say when you take one naira, $1, 1 cedi, 1 rand, you put it in a bank. And you tell yourself that every month, my salary is $20 or 20 rand or 20 cedi. The bank must take 1 rand from it and put it down for a period of 24 months. That's 2 years. Now, you make $12 times 2, which is 24 rand. Now, you have practiced what you call what? Savings. Now, after that, you look at your needs and wants. Now, I want viewers to pay attention to this. In one of my episodes of Time with a CEO, I explained the difference between your needs and wants. Now, let me now break it down. Those who forgot, or you go back to my channel and watch it, my time with what I think it was the second episode or the first episode. I don't remember that much. When we say your needs are the things that you need that are very, very important. You cannot live without it. A very good example is this. You need to have a medical care. You need to have a place to stay. You need to have, if you have got a family, you need to have what? An investment plan for their school fees. Those are needs. But your want are your luxury. One. I'm going to say this, and I know people will come out to say, no, it's wrong, it's wrong, it's wrong. A car is not a need, it's a want. I know viewers and listeners, you on your description box and my messages, you write to me and explain your own opinion. Now, before I proceed, this topic is brought by Foritech Online Television. It's sponsored mainly by Foritech Online TV and Foritech IT Solution. Now, when I say it's sponsored by these two, because those two companies belong to me. So we take our resources from the Foritech IT Solution to sponsor this program. And also, viewers, most of the opinion, if I say most of the opinion, because I'm reading from some extract, so I will appreciate from the extract from the people who gave me the extract. Most of the information is coming from me. It's not from Foritech IT Solution and Foritech Online Television. So the opinion are coming from me. And I don't want people to say, okay, the TV said this, the TV station said this. Now, let me proceed. When I say your want, a car is a want. You can live without a car. But you can live without a medical care. So these two, let's relate with the two. When you are identifying them as your needs and wants, a car becomes a want, a medical care becomes what? Your needs. Now, boils down to what I was saying. Now, when you practice savings in the bank, where the bank has to deduct some meager of your money to save for 24 months, now that becomes a savings. From there, you sit down, you draw a tentative timetable for your needs and wants. Now you look at your needs and see that your rest of your income are able to give your needs or able to supply your needs. Then you come to your want. Now with your want, it can be your leisure time. Now the first important point of your want, when you have a big family, in your nuclear family, when I say nuclear, we talk of the husband, the wife, and the kids. Don't include your cousins and stuff like that, and your uncles and your aunties. Those are your extended family. The most important want among them is a car, because that is what will make life more easier. Now, some people, I met one Indian person when I was doing one of my business trips, and he was telling me about a car being a need. He said, when you're a businessman, you cannot function without a car. When I say let's give a round of applause, when you are an entrepreneur, the first important need is not your medical care, but it's what? It's a car. So in this case, when you are working for yourself, a car becomes what? A need, not a want. So here, after drawing all your attentive needs and wants, now you take the money that is in the savings. It's now going to act as an investment. Now pay attention, viewers. Somebody will tell you that I don't really want to invest, but I want to keep my money for a very, very long time. Remember, I explained the two of them, that savings and investment are your financial security for your future. Now, with the savings has got a limit. After you have saved for 10 years, when you are no more actively in work, your money will now be used. After a stipulated time, it will get finished. Now, with an investment, your investment is just taking risk. Let me explain that part. The risk simply means that it could go either way. You could lose all your money, or you could become a billionaire. And this is where we say, becoming wealthy, the first principle I said in one of my episodes is that taking risk. Now, some will also differ. So give me a comment on the comment box that it's not all investment that are taking risk. Yes, they are trying to test their businesses where you can put your money, which will preferably give you your dividend at a go. But remember, anything that goes so fast has got an end. So normally I said, let us put investment as a risk taking. Now, not deviating from the point, I prefer that after savings, some will say, okay, Mr. CEO, what if I quit my job and decide to use my savings to do investment? That's not a smart move. If you feel like you're getting more promotion at work, you still have to stay at work. But what you do is that there are two things I'm going to explain to you people. It depends on every country where you are. In South Africa, where I reside, a very sweet country, when you're working for a government, you can no longer do a second job. It's not allowed. When you're working in private firms, you can still operate your own private business. So here we strike the balance. If you're working for a private company, a renowned private company, where you have done your savings, as I've explained earlier on, you can now use your savings, go and do investment and take the risk. Now you don't lose, you still continue with your savings, but the money that you have for 2 years, you put it in the investment. And there you see that you will now have a very comfortable life to supply your needs and want at the same time. But with the government, the deal is, the moment the government find out that you have a second job, it means certain benefits must be alluded or must be taken away from you. That's why they say a government worker is not allowed to have a second job. Now, let me explain something. Viewers out there and listeners. If you're a government worker and you are getting grant, you are not allowed to get grant because government is paying you and is still paying you for grant. So you are taking two incomes from the government, and that is fraud. And you, when you are found, you'll be liable to prison or a fine, or you'll be given both. So in this case, people say, then why don't I quit my government job? Let me tell you also, viewers out there, the best job, security job in a specific country is your government. They don't fire you. You don't get retrenchment unless you commit the absurd uncertainty. When I say absurd uncertainty, means that you commit a heinous crime, fraud, and stuff like that. But mostly, it's one of the most safest job ever. With a private, they can come and the company is liquidated. When I say a company is liquidated, the company is running out of cash, and then they can retrench you, but you still get your packet. And in this stage, now people can draw the difference between savings and investment. You can practice both, but depending on the type of company where you're working. Now, after doing that, you see that the private person who works in a private company, I'm saying a private person because you are working in a private company, so I will tell you as a private person. You see, when you take risk and it becomes successful, you become wealthy. You can get your needs and wants. Now, let me now explain to the people working in government. What you do is that when you're working in government and you do savings, there are forms of investment you can do. You don't have to open a investment. You can, I'll give you a very example. I'm not advertising for Alan Gray. You go to Alan Gray Investment and say, okay, I have 15,000. I want you to put my money in investment. That's it. The government cannot come for you because you've just put in your money for investment. You've not created an employment. You've not created a business. So as time goes on and you're still investing, the company is investing your money and your money will grow. When you decide to resign or your pension comes to you, when I say pension comes, I know my adjective phrase might be wrong. When you are up for pension, you could see that the moment you get your pension payout, you have got investment already. You can now add it to your investment or now open a business, depending on your age. Let's say you are free, you are sick and stuff like that. You still can open a business, which can create a generational wealth. So in this case, I have explained between being wealthy and being rich. Being rich has got a time, and that is where you become a saving mugu or a saving expert. And being wealthy means you have got a savings, turn into investment, and then you become what? A wealthy person. So now, today, before I sign out, a wealthy person must practice these 3 equation variables: savings, investment, and then the person becomes what? A wealthy individual. So now when you save, you give it time. You invest, you give it time. And then you create your own business, or you allow the savings and investment to create wealthiness for you. Now, before I check out, I want people to understand that as a CEO, am I wealthy? No. I saved. I invested. I'm wealthy. I keep on saving. I keep on investing. And I keep on becoming what? Wealthy. Now, before I leave, thumbs up to Michael Kujasari as my producer and my cameraman. I give thumbs up. He's one of my finest workers. I say that Foritech IT Solution has provided us intensive sponsorship for my station. And I say kudos to people who are working for me. And I said, stay tuned to the channel. There will be more of these such talks. Comment. Remember that the opinions and the views are coming from me, not from my station or from my IT company. Comment and let me know how you feel. Cheero. Bye-bye.